Hey folks, what's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I'm a little bit unwell with the voice because of the weather is getting very, very cold, and you literally need a hoodie to cover your head, your nose. You have to wear something like a mask. So I did not do that, but I'm still smiling like an idiot because I love winter and it's finally here. And we are feeling that chill. I'm very, very happy. I'm sounding a little bit like a douche because many other people and animals will suffer during the winter. But I'm a little bit selfish in a way that, because I love my fragrances. I do enjoy my freshies, a lot of freshies I have. But when it comes to winter, this is the time I enjoy the fragrances most. I enjoy the peaceful and quiet, the mystery of the weather, all these things. So I'm very happy. So I'm a little bit unwell with the cold. I took a shower late night. Hopefully, I'll not catch a fever. I have a very interesting fragrance review for you today. This one, I blind bought this thinking it's a clone of something very popular, okay? Because of that fragrance, everybody's looking for a perfect dupe, but so far no great replacement, which is called Homme Intense, DHI, the famous, the masterpiece, that very expensive now fragrance. And if you could find a dupe of Homme Intense, what else do you need in life? You don't need anything else. You're just gonna be very happy. Because that thing right now in Bangladesh being sold for under $200, and there was a time we used to get this for $85. Okay, so 200 ml if you buy, it will go like $200 plus. Crazy pricing. 200 or 150 anyway. So I got this fragrance because one of the pages in Bangladesh, they said this fragrance is a dupe of DHI when I asked them. And the sister, who is taking care of the page, it's called Fragrantica Bangladesh. So she is in charge of the page. The main owner, my brother, he stays in Dubai. So he sends a lot of these new releases. This is called Exquisite Pour Homme by Maison Alhambra from the club line. Okay, and I saw the box. I'm like, it looks like Dior Oh, the packaging. I was very excited, and I did spray. I did test it, but I had some confusion. And I'll tell you, the bottle it looks like this very heavy bottle. This much is glass base. If you drop it on your foot, you are going to be screwed. Nice little poem there, isn't it? So there you go. Simplistic, but looks nice. There's some Jaguar fragrance line which have this excellence, which have this great bottles, but this is even heavier than that. And is this 100 ml? I think this is a exquisite Purom 100 ml, yeah. And these are EDP concentration. Okay, there's some good news and there's some bad news and there's some news, so really nice juice color. I'm not quite sure, maybe a little bit grayish sort of. And then this one, the top looks like that. So these are under maybe $20, very, very cheap. The cap, sorry, it is snug fit, but I'm not quite confident because the snug fit is good, but the bottle is kind of heavy. So I'm wearing this perfume here. Let's show you the spray. Good mist. Okay, let's just spray some here. Okay, I just did the one, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so let this settle down because this is going to have a lot of syntheticness up top because these fragrances are built with synthetic ingredients. So they're going to be definitely possibility of alcohol, syntheticness. So do not spray. I know many people, they go to the shop, they spray and boom, they smell, which I just did. Yeah, I have this taste here, like this taste. Anyway, so the opening of Middle Eastern, especially dupes and cheaper ones, make sure you do not spray and right away sniff. Any fragrance, let it sit on your skin, settle down. Is the same concept as a car. I drove in my life about 25, 28 years now, and when I drove, I learned every day something new. Someone said in a video, when you start the engine of a car, do not immediately drive. Do not put AC, do not, rev. Many of the Bangladeshis, they do this, they just start the car, the driver starts just to get that car going, especially the old cars. That will damage your engine. That may damage your engine very badly. And, let that liquids, whatever the natural, let it reach everywhere, let it get warm up, then after 5-10 minutes, you turn on the AC, lights, and you drive. This is what I follow, especially because my car is old. So yeah, this is now I think is settled a little bit. It's the oily, shiny, beautiful skin of mine. I'm just glowing, So I'm a little bit in a better mood, even though I'm not well, because winter is here. Sorry, do I look high a little bit? Yeah, I had like triple shotted cappuccino. I put like 3 bags of cappuccino. I made it. Ooh, okay, so yeah, this thing. Okay, so okay, what am I smelling? When I smelled it first, I was not sure if I was smelling Homme Intense. Okay, because that's what I have the information. Dior Intense. I smell a little bit of a sweet honey-like irisy, a little bit of a pear, like something fruity, and some bergamot. And it did not remind me of Dior Intense by much. Then I thought like maybe it's a softer take on DHI. Many of the companies do that, like they do softer take of the dry down. They have Cayenne Classic, some of the other ones, not exactly DHI, but have the feel. Then I'm like, okay, let it settle down. Then I forgot about it. I sprayed it, I forgot about it. I was having a busy day. Then in my head, I was thinking like, what is close to DHI? Maybe it's also mix of something else. Then came to my mind is this one, Reserve Preview. I'm like, what if this is dupe of Reserve Preview, which is going to be good news. I already reviewed one fragrance, which is dupe of Reserve Preview. I forgot the name. But if this is a dupe or take on this, that's still a great news. If imagine DHI marries, this DNA and you can get it under $20. Then I smelled it. I'm like, like sometimes you are not quite sure. Like if you smell Baccarat Rouge DNA, you know that's Baccarat Rouge. But when you smell this kind of DNA, sometimes you're like, I have seen her somewhere. I smelled this DNA before, but I'm not quite sure I'm smelling. Sometimes it doesn't just come to you. And it took me 2-3 days. And I'm not quite sure if I got it still right, but I'll tell you, this fragrance is somewhat that the Reserve Preview, little bit of DHI's lipstick, but mostly this fragrance, Lattafa. This fragrance right here is a dupe or take on Exquisite Purum is a take on Le Parfum. How many dupes on of this one available in the market? I do not know. Okay, but I know this is a great fragrance, and I do not have so many fragrances that smell like this. I have Lamal dupes, ultra male dupes, but the first time I think I'm smelling Lamal Le Parfum. So this is what this is, So yeah, Lamal Le Parfum also has the pear, iris, cardamom, the lavender, all sort of notes, but missing the honey. This one in the opening, it feels like sweet, also a little bit like elixir, right? So this is a very familiar vibe. So mostly like 85% of the whole time dry down opening, this is what this is trying to do. And tell you some other good news. Performance is so great. Longevity wise, I got on my skin. Usually my skin is the worst skin. I used to like always think like it's just unfortunate because I have literally like, if you hear that, it's like literally like paper, very rough skin. Some of the guys, who have better skin, better health, ladies have very blessed skin. I don't have this. I use Vaseline, moisturizer to keep myself a little bit moist. So I hold fragrances better now. But still, if something lasts on me, that means the fragrance is a good performer. This is really, really good. 6 to 7 hours on my skin. I could detect it, even faint. On the 5th and 6th hour, it's kind of getting weak. It's not projecting no more, but it's there. I can smell it. So I guess if you spray on your shirt, you'll get better performance. From the price point to 100 ml, the performance, what this is trying to do, and what the quality of this perfume. The opening is kind of like synthetic, alcoholic. You have to give 5 minutes. Just forget about it. Spray and forget about it. Maybe you put it on your shirt and hang the shirt in the room, then go out. For the first 1.5 hours, it projects very beautifully, and I think it is great. Even if it projected like 45 minutes, I would have no complaint. So it's a good, I don't know if I'm going to call this a hidden gem, but it's a nice little find for me. It's like a completely blind buy. Nothing artistic or anything, but if you enjoy the Lamal Le Parfum, which is very expensive now and getting harder to find in Bangladesh, this is a good alternative to that. So bad news or the downside, obviously there's going to be always criticism, that opening syntheticness. You get that from almost all the Middle Eastern cheap dupes because they do not use the natural ingredients, high quality ingredients. They use basically reverse engineering, and they use their synthetic, ingredients. That's how I put it, in a layman's term, because that's what I am. So you cannot skip that part. It definitely is there. Like if you spray Lamal Le Parfum, the original Jean Paul, you will be loving that from the first spray. You can immediately sniff it, no issue. So here is the quality issue, first thing. Second thing is the projection. Some of you be like, I know many of you want everything from a $15 clone or a $20 clone. You want a better quality than niche perfume. Those people, don't buy dupes, buy the original thing and don't complain, But if you are going to be like saying it could have projected more, yeah, Lamal Le Parfum, the project lasts very good longevity. This one doesn't beat Lamal Le Parfum for performance, but the solid 5 to 6 hours in winter, you can wear this. It will not go from morning all the way to evening, but midday, it can hold pretty well. If you stay in the office and you're just like a gentle person, do not move around so much. You do not take like 5 cigarette breaks and 6 loo breaks. Imagine if you do that, if you're that kind of person, is sitting on the toilet all the time, like, oh, yeah, I hate my life, you know. If you do those trips, not for you. Perhaps you can decant some of it and you can just keep it in the office and don't let anybody know when no one's around. You just take out the atomizer, pss, 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 and you're sitting there like, nothing happened, and spray some in the AC. So that kind of fragrance this is. If you gift it to someone, they'll be like liking this. People who want to get into perfumes, don't have so much budget, just want to start this hobby. This is for you guys, okay? But this is not for the niche head. This is not for the people who already own La Malle Parfum, but this is for people who like the DHI DNA and Reserve Privé DNA, La Malle Parfum Elixir. This is like that. Nice little fragrance. I get like this a fruity, powdery, sweet, the dreamy, sort of a nutty, irisy fragrance, which is great. How much does this dupe get? Bottle design, everything, no issue. Price point, especially when it's cheap. I am cheap in that way. If it's cheap, I give thumbs up. I give it 2 additional marks. If this was selling for $35, it would get something like 7. But for this, what this is, I'll give it 8.5. Very good, solid release. You guys can try it. If you love to live dangerously, like Salman Khan, on that was a Mountain Dew. Dark ke aage jeet hai, this Hindi ad. You guys can try it, especially students. This will be very good buy for you. But do not complain after buying these like synthetic, not 100% Lama Lepa. Buy Lama Lepa. Okay, then you don't have to complain no more, right? So thank you so much for watching. I have a list for you, very special list to me. Just because it's winter, I am happy. Even though I'm going through some stuff in life, but I'm trying to see positive sides, sunny sides, in life, because you have to push yourself up. You have to pull yourself up, not push is down. Pull yourself up and then be okay. Tomorrow I have plans to go somewhere, drive far. If I go, maybe I'll shoot a review from outdoors, but it's getting cold. Anything cold, nice. Okay, let's do a list and then we'll upload it. Have a nice day and keep enjoying the cold weather. Enjoy a warm cup of cocoa. See you soon. Bye bye.